Hi guys, Macman here. So we're here in sunny Arizona and it's a beautiful 69-degree morning, 8:30, and it's finally cooling down so I can get outside and do some work. Look at that morning. Not a cloud in the sky. So today I'm going to do a little video on lead stash and doing some sorting. So I got some great customers and this is what I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to go through today and show you how I sort it and get it ready for melting down into ingots. And I was lucky enough to pick up a load of new lead from a shop that was closing. He didn't want it anymore, so I got brand new lead there. And some of my customers now are even sorting it, so I don't have to do it myself. They're putting the lead all in one bucket and taking the zinc out. So that's my stash for the last few weeks, and I'm getting it for free. It's not costing me anything. So if I spend an all morning out here sorting it into lead, getting the zinc out, getting the trash out, it's cost me nothing. So to me it's a win-win. So this is how I get my setup, guys. I normally set up on the back of my pickup truck. I put a board down, tip the lead out, and what's nice, it's at a good height. I'm not bending. My back is straight when I'm doing it because it does take hours to go through this. So I tend to try and be as comfortable as I can. So always wear the gloves. I've got these nice black nitro gloves. They're pretty strong. And the three tools I tend to use, I've just got the lump hammer, a good pair of dikes and a magnet. As you can see, I got the lead out on the board. I have a trash can because when you're picking up this rubbish from the shops, you never know what you're going to find in the buckets. I have one bucket set aside for all my steel and my zinc. I have a bucket for all my lead, and then another bucket for wheel weights, as the wheel weights are softer than the regular wheel weights, so we use them for mixing, but I do keep them separate. So that's a setup. Let me just So there is a few different ways I've seen for sorting the lead. You've got the hammer, where if you pick up a piece of zinc, don't know if you can hear that, compared to a piece of lead, the lead is quite a dull sound. Zinc is more metallic. Also, a lot of the zinc will have ZN on it, which is a good telltale sign it's zinc. And sometimes the zinc has got welded on clips. This one hasn't, so obviously you have to look a little bit closer. But that's another piece of zinc, and you can see how different the clamp is on that one compared to how the lead is. It's molded into it. So it's another thing you can look for, is anything that's got a like little weld on it or a little clamp like that, you know that's zinc. You want to get that out straight away. The lead strips, the easiest way I find, a pair of dikes and cut them. So of all these methods, the magnet, the hammer, I prefer to use the dikes. So I just pick up a piece of wheel weight. If it cuts it, you know it's lead. Go in the lead bucket, pick up another piece. It's going through and cutting it. It's lead. When you pick up steel or zinc, your dikes don't want to do nothing, they just want to slide off. You can hear it's different, it's got the clamp on it. So this just goes into my scrap bucket. We'll also get these, which is like a plastic wheel weight, stick-on wheel weight. That just goes straight in the trash. And they make zinc stick-on weights as well. A little bit of noise, but the easiest way is just get your dikes. Your dikes don't want to cut them at all, they just want to slide off. No penetration on it, so you know, zinc, get rid of it. There's all different looking types of alloy. Like I do, I just pick them up on the edge, cut it, cuts it, marks it straight away. You know it's lead. Some come with micro written on it, you know straight away, you don't even have to cut them if you didn't want to. They're soft, straight in the lead bucket. This is a bit of a long, tedious process, but I'm getting all this for free. It's a beautiful Sunday morning out here. What better way to spend a few hours? I switched some music on, and each one of them, I think, that's probably 2 9mm rounds for free. Get a bigger one, cut it. That's quite hard. I think I'm going to scrap that one. This one again, cut it, nice and soft. There's probably 3 9mm rounds there for free. So I don't mind doing this. Like I said, it's a bit tedious, but look how much ingots and how much free cast lead I'm going to have to make a load of bullets. Keep me going for a few months. So I'm going to carry on doing this, guys. Get this sorted out. There's another odd piece of just steel. I'm going to go through all this. When my buckets are full, I'll come back and show you the end result. And maybe on the next video I'll go into casting this stuff into ingots, and we'll see how we get on with that. So guys, I thought I got through half of this. I'll bring you back. Just I found some other stuff. So these wheel weights, these are plastic, like a plastic compound. They still don't cut like the lead, but you can see they're plastics. That's trash. It goes straight in the trash. And a lot of this stuff, there's a perfect example. It looks like lead. Similar sort of look to lead, shape, but you can see it's got the ZN on it. Perfect example, you know that straight away, that's zinc. Go to cut it, look, it just doesn't want to cut. So I'll go in the trash compared to a piece of lead. Just put the clipper on it. You can just see it just wants to cut it, groove it, so you know straight away it's lead. As you can hear, I got a bit of Tina Turner going on in the background. Strip weights you've got to be careful of. This one cuts nice and easy. Lead. And we've got other ones then. They got the FE on them. Once you get used to the FE nose, the zinc, they won't cut at all. So once you start doing it, you can go through and like you pick up some of these and you know straight away they're lead. So you can go through these, put them in your hand. So you don't have to check. Once you start knowing the markings on them, you can just go through this stuff. Easiest ones are always the ones that have got micro on them. If you can get a lot of lead with micro on, just pick it up straight in the bucket. A lot of these have just got P's on them and numbers. so I can go through. I just pick up a bunch of these, grab them a handful. That one looks a bit different, and I can just dump them straight in my bucket. Here's one. It's got FN on it. You can see it's like a pressed. It's pressed in there. As soon as you tap it, sounds different. Doesn't want to cut. Slides off. Zinc. Same as these. FN. They sound different. But all is carry a set of dikes, because when you're going through this stuff, another like plasticky one, go straight in the trash. This, because of the rust and everything on, you don't really know, stick on weight, just cut them. And you can see they cut pretty easy, they're nice and soft. So if you've got any doubts when you're going through this and you're picking up these weights, always cut them. Even though you think they're lead, till you get used to the markings and numbers, cut them. And if they cut, you know it's lead. Like a square one there, very similar to the zincs. So you pick it up, cut it, nice deep cut in it, nice and soft. No mistake that it's lead. Another one. See, just go through them, nice heavy cut. You got lead. Again, zinc doesn't cut, sounds a bit different. A lot of these stick-on weights to me are zinc. MC written on a weight. Normally lead. You can see, you could pick that up, drop it straight in your bucket. Again, this was it's got IAW on it. Again, another marking. Not sure. Just go up to it, cut it. Cuts, lead. FE, go to cut it. Dikes just want to slide off. It's got that type of clamp on the back. You wouldn't really need to go cutting it, you know straight away it's a zinc. The big patch here to stick on weights. Just go to the end one, cut them straight through, lead. Gives you my lead bucket. You can see, gives you a weight on there, P number, you know it's lead. Lead, 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 lead. It's got micro on it, it's lead. It's got that FA clamp, zinc. It's a lead one, lead, lead. So when you start, like I said, once you start to get used to some of the markings and the codes, you can go through a lot of this pretty quick. Pick them up, you know, straight away. Yeah, that's the lead one, lead one. You pick something up, there's a slightly different shape. You're not sure, just cut it. Cuts, breaks, job done, lead. Another one, it looks like some of these other lead we've been doing. It's got the FN on it. Does not want to mark, does not want to cut. So as long as you spend your time going through this, you're not going to have any problems when it comes to melting this down. Nice head, nice cut on there. So you spend the prep time, because there's nothing worse than going through all this, letting a couple of pieces of zinc go in, melt your pot, get it really hot, it melts the zinc in and it ruins the whole batch. So you've got all this goes to crap. Well done, clamp. Zinc, sorry. These stick-on weights again. Don't cut. Zinc. This one. Cuts easy. Lead. Not sure. Cut it. Lead. Hopefully this is helpful, guys. It's like I said, it is a bit of a tedious job, but it pays off. Spend a bit of time in the prep and it pays off then when it comes to making your bullets. And to be honest, I'm getting a really good yield. Zinc, different noise, doesn't touch. I'm getting a really good yield of lead from all this stuff. Cuts, breaks, easy, job done. So guys, I got this first batch cleared. So my yield was probably about 3/4 of a bucket of lead. There's the wheel weights, and then the waste was maybe under 1/4 of a bucket of waste of zinc and steel. So that's a pretty good yield for the amount I just done. So this is the next bucket I've got. This is a good one. This is the one where the shop was closing, and I got all this new stuff, and even the lead that I've got. I know you can see it's just all lead. I've gone looking at all this. I'm going to sort it through, but I can't see any zinc in any of this. So you can see all this is all brand new, unused. Don't even need to sort it. Just pick it out. It's all lead. If you're not sure or something, just cut it. If it cuts, you're good to go. So all the new stuff, you just pull it out, and then you can see even the used stuff is it's all lead, all good shape. Not sure on that one. Cut it out. So this bucket I can go through. There is some just steel in there, but you can see it's easy to see because in the scrap. But it's got AL on it, LH. You can tell it's all lead. This is a big score. All new stuff, easy to sort, easy to go through. And a lot of the lead I've got here is all big pieces. Don't even have to cut it, you can see straight there's lead. That one is and looks a bit different. Give it a cut, cuts clean. If you need to go through and make sure you can cut them. But if you don't want to, you can see they've all basically got the same numbers on them, they're all from the same batch. This is a great score. So that last 5-gallon bucket I had of all the good stuff, pity they weren't all like that. That's the way you want them. This is all the rubbish I had out of it. 3 pieces of zinc weights in there, and probably 20 pieces of steel, which are easy to find, so it didn't take long to sort this lot out. So if you could get every bucket from your customers like that, you'd be landed. Less than 20 minutes to sort out a 5-gallon bucket, and next to nothing in scrap. Let's get on to the next bucket. So this is going to be bucket number 4. There's a lot more stick-on weights in this one, and I can see just off the top there's a lot more zinc in this one. You can just pick them out just by seeing them. A little bit of rubbish in there as well. So this is going from a really good bucket that you get to a not so good bucket where it's going to take longer to sort it out. But there's still a lot of good lead here. Still going to go through it. Big piece of zinc, looks like lead. It's got the ZN on it. It's an easy one to find. Pull it out, scrap it. But when you look at them, you've got to be so careful to look at the shape on those two. Pretty much the same. This one's got ZN on it, you know it's zinc. This one's just got 45 written on it. Get the cutters. Cuts perfect. That's lead, that's zinc. And to see them side by side, you've got to be careful when you're sorting these, because you could easily get zinc in there. So I'll get through and start doing this one. So I got everything finished, guys. I got everything sorted. So let's see what we've got. So in lead, so I got 84 pounds. Don't know what's going on with this. With this scales, it's going all over the place. Okay, let's try it again. So 84 pounds in the first bucket. There's another 80 pounds there. So 164 pounds. 164 pounds of good lead. And then I'll weigh the wheel weights next. And 21 pounds. So I've got 164, 180. So 185 pounds of lead for making ingots up, and the amount of rubbish I've got when the scale sorts itself out. So 52. $60. That's 112. Don't you love it when the scales work as they're supposed to? And 34. So I got 146 pound of zinc and steel. What did I say, 80, and about 180 pounds of lead ready for ingots. So probably about 60%, maybe a bit more, of lead from all those buckets. So like I said, so I got 84, 164, 174. So about 180 pounds of lead that I can use for ingots. It's taken me 3 hours this morning, 3 maybe 4 hours to go through all this. I took my time, so I made sure these 3 buckets are just lead. There's no zinc in them, there's no steel in them. So that's ready to be made into ingots. All that I can weigh in and then take it to the scrapyard. I get a little bit of money back. So even though it's a bit of time, I'm going to end up having some money in my pocket from all this. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And the next one I'll make is when I'm turning the lead into ingots. Catch you on the next one.